It's really dirty, man.
It's looking really good because I had a hard work done on it shortly after I got it.
So, getting a late start. Let's see how this goes. 52 weeks of wine, week 1. We know nothing. It's so great.
Wait, can you control that camera?
No, I'm Snapchatting at the same time. I'm gonna literally put this Snapchat. Welcome to 52 Weeks of Wine, a year-long video blog where a bunch of people who know nothing about wine are trying to develop a palate, learn some about the wine industry and the winemaking process, and really just at the end of the day, drink with friends. And I want to stress that this first episode, how little we do know about wine, and that we are just focusing on drinking with friends here. Get a little pace, start enjoying some wine, get comfortable on camera, and here in the next few weeks, we're gonna bring on people that know a little more about wine, start learning some about the varieties. This week we're gonna be just drinking some Cabernets. So I'm gonna bring on the panel that's gonna be drinking with me here tonight. Fellas? Okay. All right, so
Hey, Tyler.
3 guys here have been
Tyler.
drinking with
How you
me here tonight. Ethan, you wanna introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ethan Ward. I'm a second-year law student. My favorite drink is a martini, stirred, not shaken. Very important.
Next we have John Parker Rhodes Jr.
Or just Jay Parker Rhodes Jr. But yeah, I'm Parker, as my friends call me, and I work for New Fire Media. A nice Woodford Reserve on the rocks. That would be my my drink of choice. I just moved to Texas, so looking forward to trying some more Texas wine.
My name is Blake Bailey. Sorry for the sloth voice. I just don't know what I'm doing today. Including wine, not a big wine aficionado. My normal drink of choice is a Manhattan, preferably with Knob Creek. I'm a real estate agent, and this is my family's barn. All right.
So here's the rules, guys. Normally we're gonna do blind tastings, but here for week 1, we're just gonna drink some wine and get comfortable with this format since we have literally never done this before. So we're gonna enjoy some wines. We're each gonna taste it, give our unexpert opinions on it. If you think it tastes like a foot, say it tastes like a foot. If you actually taste a hint of vanilla, say you taste a hint of vanilla.
Right.
Don't try to get the lingo going. Every week we're going to be trying at least 4 wines, so at the end of 52 weeks we will have reviewed 208 wines, but this week we actually have 5. So let's get into the first one and start with, how do you believe this bottle is pronounced?
Olema?
Olema.
Yeah.
Olema.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it right up to the camera so everybody sees what we're looking at. I should have written down what the wine expert at the store called this.
Where is it from?
This one is it's from California. It's a nice California wine. It's a 2012 cab, and so it's a darker wine. You know, darker red. Let's just try it.
Nice burgundy, if you will.
Those on there. Yeah, it's strong.
I'm gonna say cheap. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna say cheap. That's the first. Cheap and shallow. That's the second thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Well, Blake, you have now brought up a good point. In the next episodes, I will have the retail value of these wines in front of me. I will say I am not buying $60, $70, $80 bottles of wine because I am 24. I'm actually in between jobs and poor. So we are drinking bottles that are between $12 and $25. So very affordable if you actually like wine and want to drink, or you're trying to impress a lady friend that's coming over.
The first set was a little harsh, I want to say.
Okay.
Cardboard.
I will say when
What
kind of breathing in at first, I didn't really get a lot of flavor. Now, part of that might be allergies, but a lot of that I just didn't feel a very strong flavor
Carry on the allergies.
from the smell. But
Are we supposed to have a bucket to spit all this back into? Or?
well, you know what? We are not doing that fancy
Did you not?
thing. We're
Did you
just
not catch
drinking.
the drinking with friends aspect of the show?
It's wine bad stuff.
But now I'm actually having a little bit of a lingering, not quite a burn, but that's the only way I can describe it.
It's not a burn, but it's an acidic
Yes.
flavor as it
Yes.
kind of pulls off.
It's obviously dry. It's a cab. That's one of the few things I know. It's super dry.
Yeah, it's a table wine for sure.
So, final approval. Drinkable?
Drinkable.
Oh, it's
Ready?
drinkable.
1, 2, 3.
Road chug.
Oh, that works too.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Oh,
All right.
I don't know if I can stop that. Yes,
So Parker, not drinkable?
no. I give that out of star rating for.
Oh, yeah.
A star, 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 star rating? Let's go with 1 to 5 star rating.
10 stars.
Wait, it's 10 points. Let's do a 10
Oh.
point. Should we do 10 points?
Let's do 10
Let's do 10 points so we can have more.
It's in the box over there. This is not a wine that someone suggested to me. They didn't say, hey, you should try this one. This was on a special display. It was kind of discounted from its high price, so I thought we'd see what the discounted wine.
Nice.
I believe it was between 13 and 14 bucks.
What year is this?
I'm gonna give it a soft 4. It's out of 10. Soft 4.
Soft 4?
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's very drinkable, but would you buy it again? If you had a date coming up, want to impress a girl? No?
Max dollar on that bottle of wine would be $7.99.
All right.
Hey, I can get
I
you
will
a
say we're not
$100
reviewing any
so-
2-bar chug.
So, gentlemen, it is Easter week this week. It was Wednesday. of Easter
Break
week.
bread with your friends.
I don't know that there is a
Body is broken.
official,
Yeah.
title for Wednesday, but
We'll break some bread.
break
Good Wednesday.
break bread
Yeah,
and
it's good with
All right, gentlemen. No. Just to kind of finish off. This is the ceremonial. First tasting of 52 weeks of wine. All right, that was live.
What is that?
If you received that Snapchat, you should feel very honored. Only about 6 people did.
Maybe 8.
Now, this is a Wild Haven. It's Wild Haven from Horace Haven Hills in Washington.
Heck yeah.
So, Ethan, Washington wine. You grew up in Washington.
Yes, I'm originally from the Yakima Valley.
You run through that trail often?
I haven't had the opportunity since I've been primarily living in Nashville for the last 6 years.
Since you turned 21.
Yeah, so since I turned 21, I haven't spent enough time during the the good wine seasons throughout the Yakima Valley. But I do love the wines that come out of there. We have a lot of very wonderful wineries around my hometown.
All right. So, second wine, Wild Haven. I specifically asked for a cab that was from the Washington state, the state of Washington, not DC. So, gentlemen, drink and then thoughts.
It's smoother. It's definitely smoother.
A little fruitier, less dry.
Yeah.
A little fruitier, less dry.
I will definitely agree on that.
Yeah.
Does it rain a lot in Washington, Ethan?
Not in my part of Washington. So
Is that where the wine is?
yeah, so I live on the dry side of the state, and the mountains divide the state. The mountains keep the rain on the west side of the state, and they keep the liberals over there too.
Cool. Okay. All right.
You know,
Very
so
nice.
we-
All right, I did not say that we kind of want to keep the whole opinion of politics off, but to carry on with the...
yeah, you're not gonna get that with me.
All right, gentlemen.
It's Ron Swanson.
All right.
A little bit of cherry. A little cherry taste to it.
Right, lighter, fruitier.
Yeah.
I will say, actually, the cork on this
Less
one...
dry. Less dry for
I
sure.
still have it. It's much lighter than the cork on the first one. Cork on the first one. Oh, I apologize. It was these 2 corks. So you can see how this one is much darker, a little lighter. Pretty interesting to note. Same kind of color.
I would open
same
this
tone.
bottle of wine if I had a bad day and was listening to Daniel Powder, if you remember who that is.
Had a bad day.
I would open it and I would finish it probably by myself. Because it's fruity and not dry.
Okay. I want to say it's not dry. It's
Right.
dry, but it's much less dry than the first one we got.
That's right.
There's more fruit. It's a little lighter. I like it much better than the first
I
one.
agree.
So
I give it a 7.2.
7.2. Very specific. I like.
7.2.
Yeah.
Parker,
7.5.
you were not drinkable in the last one. That was your final
Right,
call.
it was-
So what are you
it
saying
was-
about
yeah,
this?
that one was, I was disappointed in that first one. This one, I'm go. It's probably gonna be like a 5.8.
5.8.
5.8. 5.
Alright. Ethan?
I'm gonna go with the 6.
6?
It's definitely better than the last one. Most of the Cabernets that I drink are in this price range. I like it, but I wouldn't say it's nearly as good as some others that I've had in the past. So 6 it is.
6, alright. I will say with price points, I will post on the website afterwards the actual price points I paid at the discount wine store when I bought these bottles. I don't know, discount sounds bad, but a Specs-like place. It wasn't Specs.
It's a package store.
But yes, and so I will have to agree with you. I really do like this wine. It's a lot better than the first. It's not the best cab I've ever had in my life. I wouldn't go as high as 7.2, but I'm coming in as a solid 7.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, finish up.
Cheers. 650.
Well, bad.
1 more weeks of wine.
3 more bottles to drink, and this is taking a lot longer than I expected.
It's okay.
So for the next one we're gonna actually head down to Napa Valley, California. Dominican Oaks, Cabernet, 2013.
Don't know enough about.
No, that's fine. None of us really know.
So
much.
tell us why
You
you
know.
are swirling that around. Oh, to clear out the last
I
one.
will. I will say that that's one thing I've learned from tastings I've done in the past. I actually went with a friend. Shout out to Robert Ketter, along with his girlfriend Kaylee Pierce, and we went to Carbondale, Illinois, where there's a beautiful little wine trail there with 6, 7 different wineries. And going through that trail, it was kind of my first experience with drinking large, copious amounts of wine and having to give my opinion on it while knowing nothing about it. So on that trail, they did say when you're switching from one glass to the other, don't use water because water actually waters down the flavor because that residual water stays in the glass. Use the next one you're drinking to clean out the glass. Pour it in a big bowl or some kind of, where you're just going to dispatch it at the end of the night. And that's the way you kind of keep that true flavor. Along with palate cleanser bread, I did not mean for it to look like communion. Easter is coming up, so I think it's a great little thing, but just to kind of clear the flavors out of the mouth before you hop in the next one, so you're not kind of contaminating one wine to the next. So
We don't do that.
we're no wine purists in any form or fashion, but
Yeah, we're wine monks.
each episode we hope to get a little closer to wine monks. All right, that's a hashtag for this episode.
On that note, speaking of Robert and Kaylee, I want to give a little bit of a shout out to the Good Wine Hunting Wine Club, with Dom Rhoda and all the rest of the club. It's
Boy, Rhoda.
been a great fun time. Look forward to many more Thursday nights.
Well, we'll put it together one week next time I'm in town and film episode 20, 30, or 40 out there. Got a little something on your head, buddy. All right, gentlemen, wine number 3.
You didn't give me much.
You want a little more?
I do.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That was it. This is, Tyler, I'm just going to go ahead and give you my honest opinion on this one.
Wait,
You tried it already?
We
Yeah.
gotta cheer first.
All right, hold on. None of us have drinking it, so let us drink before you kind of run our opinions of the wine. I don't want one person affecting
What are we
the other.
cheering to this time?
Cheersing to
John 3:16.
Really, I can't identify this.
Still
Fair
still dry, less fruity.
Yeah. That one is-
This one is more acidic than the last.
I feel like it doesn't stay with you.
Here's the difference though. The acidic flavor, it doesn't like what you call that burn at the end.
It doesn't linger.
It doesn't have, I don't know what you call that, but the end of the wine, the finish of the wine,
It's not a clean.
it's much smoother, but it has that kind of, that dry acidic beginning, which I really like.
Right.
This is actually, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a really good one. I like it.
Not a clinger.
Really those earthy flavors?
Yeah. I mean, Malbecs are like that. That's my go-to.
I know that is your go-to. Well, why don't we go around? What is your go-to if you walk into a shop and you have to pretend like you know what you're doing because maybe there's not a lot of people there to help you pick out a bottle of wine? where in the store would you go? What section of wine? And if you have a go-to bottle that you normally pick up, for example, me, I really like Malbec, and I always know if I'm going to get a Gascon, I'm going to like it. That being said, there's probably a lot better wines out there. And there's probably a lot worse wines I could accidentally pick up.
Isn't that a Beauty and the Beast character?
Yes, that's who he was. No, that's a perfect kind of tangent.
He was like the Donald Trump of Disney.
All right, so
He
what?
thought so highly of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
he got
Ethan, what's your
salt,
go-to wine?
Salt, he got salt.
My go-to wine is a Cabernet. I do like a Cab. I mean, I generally look for anything from Washington, but my go-to bottles would be the Columbia Crest, 2 vines. You know, it's a $10 bottle of wine, but it's just really good for the price. Also, the 14 Hands.
I believe we talked about this before
the
the show.
14 Hands Cabernet from the Horse Heaven Hills in Washington was very good as well. Has a real buttery.
You were talking about
taste.
Malbecs? Is that
Yeah,
your
yeah.
go-to?
Malbec,
Let me
That's
guess. Is it Tripeca?
Trapiche.
Trapiche.
Yeah,
Again, I know
Trapiche.
nothing.
It's okay.
I read
Yeah,
the bottle.
no
I'm
worries.
dyslexic.
Yeah.
Actually, reading the bottles is the hardest part of this show for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, and you never told us how to pronounce that first one.
Well, yeah, I don't think
Move on.
we've decided.
Okay, anyway, I like Malbec because I did study abroad in Argentina, and I drank more wine than I tasted more wine down there. So I didn't know what I was tasting, but it was.
Didn't you help harvest one of the years that was it?
I didn't help
2013?
harvest.
Oh, you were there
I
for
saw the grapes growing, and I picked one, and they got mad at me.
I would
They were
bet.
like, "Hey, you shouldn't do that because it says don't touch the grapes." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna eat it." And I didn't really like it. But
Alright.
we were in the Uca Valley. That's anytime I see a bottle and it says Uca Valley, Mendoza, Argentina. That's my favorite, second or third favorite city in the world. Dallas is going my favorite.
All right. And
Mine would probably I usually actually go for that same bottle of Cab, 2 vines, because it's usually like $8.99 when I find it. But I really like Decoy.
Decoy's good.
Decoy.
little pricier, but not too bad.
Yeah, it's like 25 or 30, depending on where you go. That's like, but Decoy's really good. Look for the duck. Look for the duck.
I've also become a big fan of Box.
All right. Well, I think that's a shout out to Caleb Bumba there, but
Yeah.
we'll bring that up in a later episode. I am gonna pour a little bit more because I finished this before we could all cheers and bottoms up.
Parent company.
On to number 4.
Trust.
Alright.
Salud.
This is the oldest wine we have on the table here. It's a 2010. I've actually had this one sitting in my room for about a year now.
Wow.
I picked it up off the shelf a little while back. Let's play another game. I'm gonna carry this up to the camera first so everybody can get a good view before we start playing it.
Just.
If you can read that.
Why are there,
All right.
Where's
here's
the
game.
females?
How do you pronounce that, Parker? We keep that language off this show.
I didn't say he started it. Okay?
Kirby Solestaris.
Okay, it is a Texas wine, so I don't believe it needs the Italian accent.
Kirby Solestates.
Cabernet Estatus.
The States.
Estates.
Mr. Ward,
E-States.
Keeper Saul.
Keepersol?
Keepersol might be. That might be winner, chicken dinner.
It's Keepersol or Keepersol? It's all the accent, I think.
Yeah.
There is no accent on here. That being said, it's supposed to be a really good Texas winery. I need to go visit, maybe talk to someone, apologize for not knowing how to pronounce their name with my dyslexic tendencies and
They should have
odd spelling. That being said, let's pour some wine. So, first Texas wine on the show, first Texas wine of tonight. Thoughts? All right, that was not on the wine. That was something that Parker had said.
All right.
What happened there? I need a play-by-play. We'll have a slow-mo going right now.
Tilted the glass to, didn't have good posture, and essentially what happens, we could refilm it in slow-mo if we need, but the wine splashed into my right nostril when I was breathing in to try to smell and it just,
Well, that's fun.
it's in my eye now.
It tastes like someone dumped a burning cigar into this before I started drinking it.
So it's a little smoky, you would say?
Smoky.
I think that's what other people would call it, but yeah, dumped a cigar. So, do you think it's too much smoke, in your opinion? Because I kind of like it. It's kind of spicy, kind of smoky.
That's barnyard.
What? I need you to explain that.
That's barnyard. It's the minerals are so thick on that. It's like it's got charcoal.
We're not talking about oil fields here.
Okay, so
telling
I've
you,
heard
man.
wines this guy described as being smoky or spicy or something like that. I've heard it as charcoal, but describe what you mean by the minerals are thick.
Sediment in there or something.
There's not a lot of sediment. It's filtered out. It's clear.
I don't
look
get
through
very. It's not very dry to me. It's not very fruity.
It's almost kind of sour.
It does have
Like a sour. My uncle just threw a cigar in my wine, and I'm still drinking it flavored.
I did pick up on a little bit of spicy, especially in the
Spicy,
nose,
yeah.
especially in the nose. When I took
yes.
the first sip, a peppery, spicy.
I would feel like this went well with a peppery steak. You know, it would accent it very well. You want a few more seconds?
Yeah.
Any last notes on the wine?
It's dirty. It's barnyard.
Wait, I give this one a.
Oh, you're right. Star rating.
We didn't rate the last one.
Oh, dude.
Well, let's go through a rating on the last two.
8.0.
All right, let's do a rating on this one.
Like 5. Like
5?
5.
Okay.
5.
I like this one more than I like the second one.
The second one you gave a
5.5.
5.5.
5.8.
5.85.
So
It's
you like-
58.5%.
So you like this one, and you like it
No, it's
more.
585.
Well, yeah, I mean that would
Go
be.
ahead.
Alright, yeah, that's if you're going off 100. Okay, well,
Parker.
yeah, yeah, that's what I said. I already gave it. I gave it 80%. 70,
80?
75.
So 7.5 stars.
Yes.
You came up with the star rating for the show, and now you're saying
And now it's the
75%.
point. It's not a 10 out of 10. Whatever. We gotta get a chart going. We draw it on the screen before we talk.
Come on, guys.
I gave it a 5. I gave it a 5. You're kidding me.
All right, well,
I gave this a 5 and the last one a 5.
okay. You're giving the last one a rating as well? Even though these gentlemen did not?
Short.
I'm still
Short
7.
7 on the last one?
Yeah. After the big gulp at the end.
Even though it tastes barnyard.
Barnyard's a great word. Okay, that's a good. It means that there's dirt. It's a lot of minerals.
To the last bottle. This is actually from.
The nose of the wine.
This is Messina Hoff. It's a cab as well. All of them are. This is a 2015, so it's actually the youngest wine. But Messina Hoff is actually a great
Did you
little
say
winery.
Messina Hoff, not Messina Hoff.
Messina Hoff.
It's 2 words.
I'm sorry, I talk fast sometimes. But a great little winery in Grapevine. So it's right down the street from us. Actually, Parker and I have sat out there and had some Cabernet Franc.
That was
some
it. That was
Malbec.
Wait, it's in Grapevine?
That's
Yes.
where wine comes from, right?
All the
Grapevine
bars.
actually has a large number of really great wineries.
All
It's a cool little town.
Did you hear about it through the grapevine?
Ah, the puns are just coming out, fellas. All right,
And listen to him walking through an airport.
Yeah,
It's the best.
I know.
What soundtrack is this?
Oceans 11 through 13.
Oh, absolutely.
Walking through an airport.
All right,
2 Oceans, 11 through 13.
And the last
But not
blast of the first
the
episode.
In the last class of the first episode. To 51 more good ones.
Ooh. It's a very grapey nose.
Velvet. I haven't even tasted it, but it tastes like velvet.
I'm gonna finish your bread first.
Yeah, okay.
Probably really get into it.
I almost put this other piece of
Whoa. Hadouken.
Mortal Kombat? MK in there? Very nice MK. I think that's MK Ultimate, not MK3. It's not quite an MK3.
I cannot wait to watch this footage in the morning.
Yeah, that one's it's good.
Oh,
My favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That is very sweet.
It's
Yeah.
very sweet. It is
Very
not.
sweet
It's not
for a
dry. For a Cabernet, it's not dry.
Like
The
that's
finish is a little different than all the rest, though.
I just like
It stays with you.
yeah. That is very sweet.
I feel like part of that is probably because it is the youngest one. It's a 2015.
Yeah, it's green.
Okay.
It's a
little green.
2015.
It's a little green.
Little green, but at the same time, I think they're grapes. I don't know where they get their grapes from, but actually, no. Messinoff, I think they're outside of College Station.
I give this an 8.
You have a name?
Yeah.
So it's super drinkable.
Well, it's also the last one, so
Tyler,
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would order that again.
2015, what was that like in Texas?
It was a drought year, I believe, right?
drought?
It was absolutely not. It was the wettest year.
I was gonna say, it was coming off a drought
Yeah, coming
year.
off a drought.
It was rain galore.
That's
We
right, the
had-
flooding in Austin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's near the
Keep up with your Texas
I
news,
do,
my good
I
sir.
The great state.
I promise this show isn't about Texas. We're just kind of falling off.
So I give it an 8. What do you give it?
Wait, why do you give it an 8? Give a little description on the. You said it was fruity.
It's sweet, but it's like still dry. It's like a sweet dry. It's fruity, but it's like a sweet dry. It's not a lingerer. It's not a clinger.
That's a little bit.
It's not a stage 5 clinger. It's like a stage 1 clinger.
If it had another year on the shelf, I would rate it. I'd rate it the second highest.
Well, Parker.
I'd say 7.5, but I'm gonna have to go with like a 6.8.
Okay. Well, in 1 year, we just need to have you try another bottle.
Yeah. I mean,
See what you taste.
I could be completely different by then because my taste would be developed a little bit more. But
All right. Well, Ethan, what's your opinion? What's your 1 out of 10 star rating?
So
One, two,
I'm
two.
not sure where these guys are coming from. This is honestly one of the worst wines I've ever had.
Damn it, Oxford.
Would you?
And this is getting a 1.
they all equal.
1?
1. Okay. I would like.
I do not like.
I would
this.
like your reasoning because
Why are we
Messinoff is
friends?
one of the go-to wineries for me.
Okay. I mean, it
Well,
is.
in Grapevine because it's close by.
This is like in your face sweet. I mean, when
I saw you say
yeah,
whoa.
when
It's
we
like
watch
a
this
whoa.
back, you can see like when I just took, was smelling the nose. I mean, like I was just taken aback with the sweetness, and sipping it, it's just it's a very in your face kind of sweetness that sticks with you.
Like Kaylee Pierce.
Oh,
Sorry,
nice.
go ahead.
All right.
We
that
all
was
love
interesting.
Kaylee. We all love Kaylee.
That sounded mean, but was actually really nice.
No, I'm not. Genuine. Hey, Kaylee.
A sweetness that sticks with you is Kaylee's the sweetest of the
Okay.
sweethearts.
Hey, man.
Sticks with you.
I get that.
Hey,
These right now are all inside jokes that
you
are not
really
going
like
to
this
translate
wine?
to the masses, so we're going to have to fix that someday.
Continue, sorry.
You like
Continue.
this wine?
No.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Just,
I would actually rate this,
Roll
Ethan,
it.
unlike your 1, I would give it a 7. I like it. I like the kind of in-your-face fruit.
So I gave the highest rating tonight. Oh my gosh.
You did.
This does taste a
But
little bit
that's
like
the
fruit
thing.
roll up. It tastes like fruit roll up a little bit, or fruit by the foot.
Are you
I
saying?
will not agree.
Are you
But
saying
I love fruit
roll
roll
up?
up and fruit by the foot.
Are you
I
saying a
love it,
fruit
but I
roll
don't
up and a
agree.
fruit by the foot registers as a 7?
Absolutely.
I like
That's
it 'cause-
like my favorite candy because you stick to the wall, you can stick it to your windows, and it's still awesome.
So, thank you guys very much for being the panel for this week. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of crazy sidetracks on the talk, and I like
That's
that.
what it is.
But
That's what drinking with friends is.
Drinking with friends
That's
is all about
definitely a good idea. So, to the wine, to the bread, to the good friends, and to 51 more weeks.
that? Yeah.
Guys, 51 more weeks.
51 more weeks.
51 more weeks.
Months.
Prost.
Can't wait to the 4th trimester.
To 51 more years of wine.